Good evening, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And hey, what were we all worrying about? Why were we panicking over that team selection tonight? Eddie got it spot on. Let's be honest. Eddie got it spot on. You know, um, fantastic win. And it doesn't matter what Man City side they put out. As we've seen tonight, they can play. They've got some good players out there. Right. So before we get into the show, if you do like what you see, please make sure you do smash that like. It really does help the channel up the search, so do smash the likes. Thank you. Also, if you're brand new at the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come and be part of this great community we have here. And also hitting that bell tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. If you do want to become a member, it is 99p a month. Just click the join button. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that in the chat by clicking on the $sign and putting a super chat in, and your comment are read first as well through super chat. Right. Well, guys, do you know what? Look, we've beat them 1-0. First half, Man City were the better team. Let's be honest. They were all over us. We were woeful that first half. We were terrible that first half. I mean, look, we didn't hardly get into their box. We had that shot from Jacob Murphy in the first half. But, most of that first half was taken up by City. They could have scored. Pope pulled off a save with his foot. Second half came. Gordon came on and Bruno at the start. And I'll tell you what, they changed the game. They changed that game for us. And you know what? Fantastic play from Joe Linton, getting that crossover. And Rico Lewis didn't know what to do with it. And Isak was there to put the ball in the back of the net. And, just to win this game, even just winning it 1-0, it's great. That's a fourth clean sheet in a row now. Brentford, AC Milan, Sheffield United, now Man City. 3 wins and a draw in our last 4 games. Can't go wrong with that. Absolutely fantastic. That's in all competitions. And, okay, so we were all worrying last month when the draw came out and realised that, oh, hang on, the draw was all, as people were putting it, corrupted because we shouldn't have been number 20. But I tell you what, we're not bothered with number 20 now, are we? A lot of people are panicking about just Jamal Lascelles and Paul Dummett as centre-backs. But I'll tell you what, Paul Dummett put a shift in tonight. By God, did he not? For somebody who hardly plays for us, he was absolutely brilliant tonight. I thought he'd done some great tackling tonight. Livramento, rightly so, player of the match. Absolutely brilliant was Livramento. He was everywhere. He was absolutely fantastic. Do you know, I would be tempted to say on Saturday, play Trippier left back and put Livramento right back on Saturday. Because how can you drop Livramento after that performance tonight? You can't. Isak went off with what we think was an injury, but Isak's actually said he feels okay. But we'll have to see. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. It might just be a slight knock. But you know what? We've beat City and we're in the 4th round draw. So come on, we're on our way back to Wembley. Let's do this. Right, let's get into some comments before we get to the draw, because the draw should be starting at about 10:15. So we can't wait for that to happen. Gary says, Toon, Black and White Army. The stats from this game, sorry guys, is 68% Man City possession to our 32%. We had 4 shots on target. They had 2 on target. We had 7 shots in total. They had 10. Passes in the final third, 181 by City, 67 by us. Touches in the opposition's box, 19 from City, 16 from us. Do you know what? Absolutely fantastic. And 2 yellow cards apiece. Pablo says, what a flipping win, Tony. They was all over us in the first half, and whatever house set them worked in Livramento out of this world. A class player, absolutely. And some people were complaining about us buying Livramento for that much money. Bruno's superb. He completely changed the game. Yes, he did. Absolutely, Gary. I'd love to have Borough at Everton in the next round. Everton, and just get Anthony Gordon scoring against them. Hi, Tony. How's about that, mate? Do you know what, Gary? Fantastic, mate. It was absolutely brilliant. It's just, yeah. And it doesn't matter what team City put out to beat Man City. It's still a major, It's what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, because I'm all over the place with this win tonight. But you know, it's a major scalp. In other words, but we deserved that win. It didn't matter if Phil Ford wanted a dive, we still won it. John says, what a second half and performance from Tino, man, the match, absolutely. Evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. We're all trying to come down from this. Evening, Tony. What a game, says John. Absolutely, John. What a game. What a game. Rory, what did I say yesterday's show? I said I was going 1-0 City as I never get my Newcastle predictions right. You got it right, Rory, but the wrong way around, yeah. Yes, guys. Well, what a game. Absolutely, Mary. Andrew says, I don't care who we get, but it would be nice to beat the red side, the Manx. Do you know what? Yeah, revenge. Evening, Tony says, Trolls. Good evening, Trolls. I hope you're well, my friend. I'd also like Borough as my pro and nephew. Yeah, absolutely. Evening, Trolls and Tony. Good evening, Mary. Hope you're well. Second half was a complete turnaround. Yeah, the performance wasn't it? It was absolutely brilliant. We needed that because the first half we just looked lackluster and City just were all over us, weren't they? So, hi everyone, says Julie Jackson. Good evening, Julie. Hope you're well. I hope Matt comes on from Australia because I bet that was worth getting up for early in the morning, Matt. Predator says, well, that was unexpected. I hold my hands up. I got that one wrong, but I'm really happy we beat them tonight. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Why do people, have faith? We've got strength and depth. It's just proved tonight. It's absolutely proved it. Our the moon. Absolutely. Breaking news. We won against Man City. Yep. So it's one trophy Man City will not be winning this season. Predator says, I read lads and lasses. Absolutely, mate. I'm fine. Getting there, Tony, says Lee, and everyone, come on, the mighty Tsunami, Super Gordon, what a goal. Isak, full credit for Eddie and the players. Absolutely. What Eddie Howe said them at half time worked. Maley seemed to struggle, but didn't really hear much about him. Lewis Hall we saw glimpses from Lewis Hall, but we've got to remember with Lewis Hall, he's not really played a lot of football. So, he's got 45 minutes under his belt, so he just needs to build up his fitness for that. And I'm sure he'll become a great player. We really struggled first half, says Rowley. Miley and Hall were outclassed. When Bruno and Gordon came on, we took the game by the scruff of the neck and deserved the win, absolutely. Fantastic second half. Livramento, we have a player on our hands, absolutely. And don't forget, we got Ashby to come back as well next season from, so we're going to be well stocked in that right back position. I'll put money on getting Fulham, says Clarkey. Well, as soon as we get the draw, we'll come to you live with it. Sky milking the adverts, they always do, Andrew. I remember last year when I was doing these shows, we're waiting ages for Sky. It's supposed to be 10:15. It's now 17 minutes past. At least with Norwich out, we will get out our proper number ball. Yeah. Hi, everyone, says Julie. Earned his contract extension, absolutely. He played so well. Eddie Howe's on now. I don't know what he's going to say, but I would imagine he'll be very, very happy indeed. Eddie Howe. But yeah, I'll tell you who else played well tonight. Tonali as well. He put in a shift for that 90 minutes as well. So Tonali did all right. 10 out of 10 for Tino. We beat City absolutely, Julie. Dummett was magnificent. Wasn't he just, Ronald? Absolutely. Livramento, yeah, absolutely, Julie. Alan says, great performance. As you said, subs changed the game. I've run out of superlatives for Eddie Howe out. I thought Pep, yeah. Pep couldn't handle it, says John. No, he couldn't. Don't want Liverpool or West Ham. No, definitely not. Holly, what a fantastic performance and what a win. So proud of our lads. Did win in against the best team in the world. Absolutely, Holly. Mary says that was a game of completely two different teams on completely different halves. But wow, what a complete game changer that was. Happily surprised me. Wasn't a fluke, no. Tino. Absolutely amazing. Tino is a star in the making. Absolutely, John. Mad Mac. Julie says the antics from City were shameful. Yeah, you could see that in the second half. They started getting dirty once we scored. Can see what Saints fans didn't want to lose him. Yeah, absolutely. Newcastle United do it again. Tony Mates says, Gary, yeah, I said to you, keep the faith, guys, keep the faith, didn't I? Newcastle win, ha ha ha. Alan says, all get a 10. Yeah, absolutely, Alan. Always saying Tino on FIFA and Football Manager, says Pablo. Hi again, Tony. I bet you were glad to stay up early. I bet you were glad getting up early for that, Matt, in Australia. Tonali a bit under par. He is, Julie, but he hasn't really trained. He's not training between games because he's not fit enough. So, yeah. But I thought he played all right tonight. He put a shift in. Full credit Anderson as well. Strengthening him is lethal, isn't it just? I was sure we would lose, and boy, I'm happy we won. Absolutely, trolls. Well impressed with Tino. We got a good one there. We did. Niall says, yes, Tony boy, what a win. Who do you want in the draw, mate? Do you know what? We'll take anybody apart from Liverpool, West Ham, Arsenal. I still hope we let Dummett go next season, though. Well, yeah, we need to get strength and depth. But yeah, for what he did tonight, I thought he played well. So let's give Dummett the love tonight. Gordon says, I was wrong about the score. You were, Gordon, because you said we would get beat tonight. Yes. Castle beat City ain't easy. Absolutely, Niall. Yeah, I thought Tonali much better second half, says Alan. Absolutely. Gary D says, would love to get Manchester United in the next round at home and knock them out, Tony. Do you know what? That would be good. Andrew says, Blue Moon, yeah, shite. Gordon says, Blackburn at home. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad one, would it? Blackburn at home. Again, we just have to wait and see what the draw throws up. Whenever Sky get round to doing the draw. So yeah, we just have to wait and see. But it's going to be interesting who we get in the draw. But guys, I've got 55 watching now. We've got 15 likes, so if we can all smash the thumbs up button, that'll be 56 watching. If we can smash the thumbs up, that'll be absolutely fantastic. Coming next will be the round 4 draw. So if you can hit the thumbs up, that'd be great. Thank you very much. And if you are brand new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe and come and join this great community we have here. And also the bell lets you know when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. Talking about upcoming shows while waiting for the draw. Tomorrow night we'll have the Burnley preview. So we'll have the preview. I have done a pre-record so that there will be a pre-recorded video going out tomorrow around about lunchtime, I believe. I'm putting it out. And that will be the Premier League predictions. I normally do that, but because it's been such a busy week this week with, like, we done the match review, then we done the match preview last night, pre-match tonight, and then it's preview for the Burnley game because it's on a Sunday, and I'm not around on the Friday because I'm at a wedding on the Friday, so I will be putting a pre-recorded video of the Premier League predictions, so it'll come up as live, but it's not live, it's pre-recorded, but just keep an eye out for that. That should be around maybe midday tomorrow. And if you don't get to see it at midday, you can always catch up with it anytime. Cheers, John. Oh, Eddie is pure class, absolutely. Back another home draw would be great. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Ben says, hi, Tony, how you doing? We did amazing beating City. Livermore was cool and amazing. Hall did his best. Yeah, again, Hall, we've got to just be patient with that lad. He hasn't hardly played any football, so he's got to get his match fitness up. But Livermore was brilliant. Yeah, home draws is what you want, absolutely. Yeah, the wind's really getting up here now. I didn't think we were expecting this wind, to be honest, but it's coming down now, so yeah. So we're just waiting for the draw, which should be happening hopefully within the next minute or two. Can't wait for it. Holly says, so pleased for Livermore. Man, the match is well deserved. Jack Grealish didn't have a prayer. Not really. That there wasn't much there, was there? Gary D says, I always forgot about the like button, then you remind us all, and I press it straight away, Tony, mate. No problem, mate. No worries. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. It's much appreciated. Um, yeah, because we've got 24 likes at the moment and 56 watching. So don't forget to smash the likes, please, guys. That'd be fantastic. Big word for Big Joe. He was excellent first game back. Yes, wasn't he? He was absolutely brilliant, Gary. Yeah, his setup for Isak's goal as well. Strength. Cy Wheatley joined us on Facebook tonight. Sky tonight. Yeah, what a great win tonight, Cy, wasn't it, mate? And absolutely brilliant. And Burnley won't like coming here on Saturday now. They'll be shitting it out. Who would you like us to face? Anybody apart from the bigger teams. So let's not get a Liverpool or a West Ham or whatever. Just let's see who we get. Middlesbrough would be nice. Yes, Risa, I totally agree with you. Yeah, Borough would be great. Joe Linton, superb. Never stopped all game. What energy, says Alan. Absolutely. For somebody who's just come back from an injury as well. Big Joe playing was a shocker, but wow, just wow. Yeah, it was. Nobody expected that. So, yeah, we didn't expect Big Joe to start tonight, did we? But starting he did. So we're back on the sky now. So we're just waiting. They're going to what's going to happen and see what the draw is, and we can't wait. Everton were lucky to beat an Aston Villa team. I mean, I thought Man City would have brought Haaland on. I'm surprised they didn't, to be fair. And in all honesty, I'm glad they didn't bring Haaland on. So that, not that it would have mattered. I don't think it would have. It would have mattered. So, right, come on, Sky, get on with this draw, please. This is a problem with these. It's getting onto the draw. I mean, look, I'd take Bournemouth at home. I'd take, Blackburn at home, Fulham at home. Yeah, so take your pick there, really, innit? Of who we could have, in the draw. So it's, yeah. It's just one of them. You just want Sky to hurry up and just get on with it, now. But I'd even take Exeter, because we could have Exeter at St James's Park. But which St James's Park would it be? Exeter or our St James's Park? So that'd be an interesting game, wouldn't it, against Exeter City, especially at home, in our place, because Exeter would love that. Jack Mutton says Liverpool, get them out of the way, be a good challenge. Yeah, maybe. John says the whole team is worth a shout. Each and every one played their parts. They did, absolutely. Yes, Borough be a good draw, says Alan. Troll says, if we get Liverpool, I'll call conspiracy. So do I, says Predator. I don't mind anyone. We are going to be flying with confidence, absolutely. Same agenda against us, says Jack. Absolutely, Jack. If Sky go any slower, we'll be drawn in next season's fourth round. Well, we are just about to start, I think. Looks like the ex-Sunderland man, Don Goodman, is going to do the home teams, and it looks like Neil Lennon is doing the away teams. Michael Hussein, fantastic performance. Young lads were superb. Do you know what, Michael? You're absolutely spot on. They were absolutely great tonight. Livramento, definitely man of the match. Isak looks to have found his form again, which is absolutely brilliant. Let's hope him and Wilson aren't injured at the weekend. I don't think they will be. I think they'll be back. The Wilson thing could just be a bit of kidology from Eddie Howe. I think we can take anybody on after beating City. To knock City out, absolutely. And it's about to start. Yep. Exit as number 2. We are number 16 in the draw. So we are number 16. Liverpool are 15. West Ham 14. Man United are 4. So yeah. How about 16 versus 2? Newcastle versus Exeter at St James's Park. Our St James's Park, though, not their St James's Park. Right. Come on then. Let's start this draw. Right, we're just waiting on the draw. And, Neil Lennon's drawn the home teams. I do apologise, and Don Goodman. Right, the first one out the hat is number 5, and that is Mansfield Town. James Perch plays for Mansfield Town. Could it be a trip to Field Mill? I've been there before in the League Cup when we won 3-0 against number 7, and that is Port Vale. So Mansfield versus Port Vale. Right, who's next? Come on, Neil. Number 16. It's number 3, and that is Ipswich Town. They're flying at the minute. Against number 13, which is Fulham. So Ipswich versus Fulham. So that'll be a hard game for Fulham. Next one out the hat is number 4. That's Manchester United. Come on, Malcolm, don't pick us. Oh, it is. It's us, Newcastle United. So we are away to Manchester United. Don Goodman, the Mackhams, picked us out. What do you think of that? Man U away. It's a bit of a sucker punch, isn't it? But you know what? It doesn't mean to say we're going to lose it. Look how we played tonight. Man U haven't been playing that well. So it's a chance to get them back after the cup final. So, yeah. So we've got Chelsea come out now. So that's who we have. Chelsea will be playing number 10. That would be Blackburn Rovers. Uh, 14's come out now, which is West Ham United. You've got a home tie. With number 11. And that is Arsenal. West Ham versus Arsenal. Number 9. Everton. Against number 1. They've got Burnley. Everton have got Burnley at Goodison Park. Number 2's come out. That's Exeter City at St James's Park. Against number 6, and that is Middlesbrough. So Middlesbrough away to Exeter City. Right, I'm going to go on to the comments here because I think the comments are going to be quite interesting on this now, and see what people have said about the comments. I'll cream my pants if we get Mansfield at home. Well, we wouldn't get them at home. Never mind. No, says Julie about Man U at Old Trafford. Let's throw them out. They deserve it. Absolutely, trolls. Do you know what it is? It's not a... Do you know what? We've just beaten Man City. Man U aren't playing that well. They are struggling. We can go there and beat them. And obviously the other game I missed out was Bournemouth-Liverpool. That came out in between Newcastle and Chelsea. So yeah, Bournemouth have got Liverpool at home. Sai says he's a twat, Don Goodman. Yes, he is. John says, it's us all the way. They definitely won't want us. No, definitely not. Trustin Mackham, says Alan. Absolutely. Michael Hussein says that I would have preferred United at home, but revenge is sweet. Absolutely. Pablo says Mackham. Yeah. Mackham C. Ronald says we can beat Man U, knee Bosch. Absolutely, Ronald. We've got nothing to fear. Nothing to fear at Man United. You never know. We just beaten Man City, the best team in Europe. Absolutely. Julie says 9-0 to us. Gary says it just had to be. If it wasn't them, it would have been Arsenal. Absolutely. Man U, are they kidding, man? Both Manchester clubs back to back. I know that's the thing, but it'd be funny if we knock both out. But you know what it is? If it means we've got to go through the whole competition, beating all the good sides, then it means if we do win it, we've deserved it because we've beaten all the better teams. Fucking conspiracy, says Predator. Hamsters v Arsenal. Yeah. TV again, absolutely. Jabba says it's fixed. Jack says it's rigged. Julie says Dicey against his former club. Come on, Burnley. Man U, for fuck's sake. Yeah, absolutely Kong. 6 or 9. I suppose if we're going to win, it would have to beat Man U at some point. Yeah, absolutely Kong, definitely. That's another match that will change time for Sky, I would have thought. Yeah, definitely, Paul. Look for the fucking line, Lennon. We have the clowns. Middlesbrough, St James's. Yeah, at the wrong St James's Park. Pep's about to speak now to Sky. Guess he's not happy. Would have been a Manchester derby had they beat us. Lee says, think we can beat Man U. They're not playing well. We got the team to beat that. Anyone? Absolutely. That's the thing. Man U are not playing well, Lee. Rice back at the London Stadium. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Andrew says, can't moan really. I did say I'd like to beat the other Manchester. Yeah, you jinxed it, Andrew. Michael says, by the way, thank you, Gary. You deserve a medal. How are you, the lads? Predator says, hope we go down and smash them bastards. Bloody 8 Man U. Absolutely, Predator. What odds would you have got for both Manchester clubs? Seems a bit strange. It does seem strange, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely. Then after the Manx beat Liverpool at Anfield. Yeah. Rowley says, I smell revenge. Absolutely, Rowley. They just like us for the TV, for the big rating, says Bia. Yeah, back to the 90s again. Port Vale or Mansfield in the quarterfinals. Well, that's it. Yeah, it's interesting, that, isn't it? I smell annihilation. Yama says, I can see T's derby final. That would be funny, wouldn't it, Yama? Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool all get easy draws. Arthur, hi Arthur, hope you're well. He says, Arsenal v West Ham. Yeah, absolutely, mate. That'll be a cracking game, that, won't it? At the London Stadium. If you're new to the channel, Arthur, do click the subscribe and do give the channel a like. Thank you very much. Gary says, we'll beat Man U at Arsenal and Liverpool all the way to Wembley. And we'll get beat off Port Vale in the final. Jesus, don't say that. Andrew says, that's Man U are not making the final this season. Middlesbrough to Exeter, 334 miles. Yeah, it's a long, long way. He's speaking well about giving us credit. Yeah. He always does speak well, Pep Guardiola. Best part of 6 hours, says Clarky Mad Mag. Not scared of Onana in the slightest form we are on. We can easily turn them over. Thing is, Onana's not that great in goal as he looks very, very shaky. We are awful at these draws, says Bia. Nablingo says, as a Man United fan, I really want Newcastle to do well and hopefully they win the cup. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's really nice of you to come out and say that, mate. And, we'll see what happens. And if you're new to the channel, give it a subscribe and please give the video a like. Thank you. Arthur says, going for Port Vale Exeter City final. Alan says, TV ratings, well, if have to keep winning then, won't we? Yeah. Ian says, hi, Tony, a fixed lol. Just couldn't make it up, Ian, could you? You couldn't make it up. Ben Jamil Reed, Man U away, outstanding, cannot wait. Absolutely, Ben, absolutely fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Yeah, can't wait for that whatsoever. Please do give the video a like and a subscribe. Thank you if you are new to the channel. We do keep you up with some great content on here. Trevor says, I think the draw is fixed. Feels that way, but it's not really. If we fell in the barrel of tits, we would come up sucking our thumbs, says Bia. It's not fixed. Stop being silly. Do you know what it is? sometimes you're better off playing the better teams, because sometimes you can play against a smaller team and think, oh yeah, we got a chance, and then for some reason that smaller team could end up beating you. So sometimes it does work in a crazy way, but sometimes in a better way, it works better playing the better teams, because at least the better teams will play football, where the smaller teams will probably try and be more compact, or like Tranmere did last year. They tried to they were just trying out to injure as many Newcastle players as they possibly could. So if you remember, um, sometimes it can work in your favour playing the bigger teams. And at least then, if we get to the final, people can't see, oh, we've played small teams all the way at the final, because we've put two Manchester clubs out if we get that far. Ben says, just did, my friend. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. Thank you. Lisa Sinclair will be loving the draw. Gosh, what a draw that is. Remember, we are the team nobody wants. There's a reason for that, says Gary. Exactly. Thing is, do you think PSG will enjoy coming to St James's Park next week? Doubt it. I know Mbappe is going to be fit, but I'm sure Botman will keep him quiet. Ronald says, we have no to fear against Man U. Nah, absolutely not. I don't think we have. I think Onana is very suspect. When we beat Man U, it will give the players the belief they can win the entire thing. Absolutely. Mad Max says, hey, Tony, what's one of those Champions League hangovers I've heard of? Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, it wasn't a Champions League hangover because we went out and thumped Sheffield United 8-0. So, yeah. Trevor says, did you see the passion of the Toon fans? It was awesome when he scored and Gordon came on. That is what you call a passion. Yeah, absolutely, Trevor. As soon as we raised our game that second half, the whole stadium went up. And the thing is, the noise level went up an extra few notches. And it was absolutely fantastic. Gordon says, what's your opinion, Tony, about the draw? Yeah, we would have liked an easier team. But you know what, Gordon? They beat us in that final. Let's go and rectify it. Let's go down to Old Trafford and let's go and beat them. And let's go and beat them well. Because even if they are playing in honour in goal, we've got nothing to worry about because he's very susceptible in goal. So, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. It'll be absolutely brilliant. And yeah, can't wait. Absolutely. Alan says, this is another run, Tony, like last season. Momentum and confidence bring on Burnley. Absolutely, Alan. Absolutely, mate. I mean, look, you know, we had this last season where we had we won our first game, then we had a bit of a sticky start, but then we went on a run. We're doing the same again now. Burnley will not look forward to come to St James's Park on Saturday. Believe me, they will not like it at all. They will be shitting bricks. Jack says, evening, Tony. I want to absolutely pummel Man U. Absolutely, yeah, Jack. Are you happy with that draw, Jack? Let me know, mate. Gordon says, hell yeah, we can beat them. John says, if we want to win a cup, we're going to have to beat all that's put in front of us. That's the thing, exactly. And then people can't accuse us of playing the easy teams. Absolutely, Mad Mag. Sai says, Gordon was excellent today, so was Isak. Absolutely, yeah. Sai, I mean, Gordon was brilliant, wasn't he, when he came on? It was. I think that game was crying out for Gordon to be on. Gordon is just such an improved player. But there again, I don't have to say he's an improved player because I knew Gordon had this in his locker. And I did say this back in January when I did do a special. If you haven't seen it, go and have a watch. But I did say Gordon could become an excellent player. And he's proven that now. Hey, don't say that on a plane, Julie. Jesus. Joking. I too want to pummel Man U. Absolutely. Sweet revenge for us. Let's beat Man U, says Lee. Yeah, definitely, Lee. Definitely want to go out there and beat them. Ben says, playing massive clubs in the Cups is what football fans dream of. And personally, I'm glad Man U fans are going to get the experience of that. Yeah, Yeah, definitely, Ben. We're going to go out there and let's hope we just go there and beat them. Foxy says, disgrace Man U. Home tie every round without fail. Yeah. Blame Don Goodman for this one and Neil Lennon. Forget Onana. They could have Spider-Man in goal and Isak would beat them. Yeah. Vince and company will be tampering with the coach so they can pull out. He'd be trying to, won't he? Absolutely. We got Martin on the Mancunian way, Manchester City fan. He says, congratulations on the win. Like I said, all week we weren't fully focused on it. Unfortunately, gutted, but it is what it is. I mean, Martin, look, first half, that was your half. You know, you should have probably been ahead in all honesty, but second half, two substitutions came on and at the start of the half and absolutely changed the game. Yeah, but you know, sometimes, but I don't know if are you just trying to keep yourselves sorted for the Club World Cup coming up and things like that. So again, but you know what? It doesn't matter what team you put out. You know, any team you put out's a strong team. I mean, that team you had out there tonight would quite happily finish in a European place in the Premier League without a doubt. I want to utter the same word in Jack, but said with too much violence. Sky taking the mick with the music, the sun don't shine, says Clarky. Andrew says it'll be 7-0 and Eric 5 slag sacked. Yeah, let's hope he's not sacked before then. Happy but annoyed because I'd like a smaller club rotation, but if we beat Man U, then the cup is basically ours. As far as, yeah, not bad. Are we the effing lad, says Geordie. Absolutely, Geordie. Definitely, mate. Scott O'Brien, true faith. I told you 1-0. If we beat Man U, we win the cup. Do you know what, Scott? You're absolutely spot on. We've beat these tonight, and yeah, it's great, isn't it? What a result. Julie says, expect a performance from Bruno Fernandes with arm thrown, crying, rolling around on the ground. Yeah, that's all he does at his best. Alan says, Bruno back to his best. Yes, he was, wasn't he just? Would be former high mate, hope you're well. He says, mop the floor with both Manchester teams. Absolutely, mate. Definitely, we're going to want one. Of course, Bruno to wind up his mate Casemiro. Yeah. Well, he's not looking the player he was last season, is he? So I have a feeling we'll do Man U heavily, says John. Do you know what, John? That wouldn't surprise me at all. It really wouldn't surprise me, you know, because I think we could do Man U quite heavily. So yeah, let's see. Trevor says, I think since Eddie came to the tune, he makes each player stand up and say something about them. Plus, I think he puts his arm around them and gives them confidence. Eddie's just a great motivator with these players, and he's absolutely brilliant. Martin from Mancunian Way. Gordon tried his best to get back off. Should have got a red against us again. How many fouls? Sorry, but the ref was a joke. Ref wasn't the best, Chris Kavanagh, in all honesty. I agree with you on that one. Coffee says, hi, Tony Noel. Hi, Coffee. Hope you're well. Gary says, I bet Ten Hag's heart sank when he saw the draw. Yeah, I bet it is. Clarky says, Mancunian Way. The answer to your question is both. Ben says, good night, everyone. Catch you on the next one. Cheers, Ben. Thanks very much. See you on the next show, mate. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for subscribing tonight as well. Coffee says, all of the teams we had to get Man United. Coffee, let's go and beat them. Let's get revenge for the final. Don't worry. We all Man U are ass whooping. Absolutely would be. Absolutely, mate. If City won today, they could have had Man United. They could have, but they didn't. Martin says, it really isn't, to be fair, Tony. Gomez, Phillips, not good enough, but needed game time. We played no striker for the last 25 minutes, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't bring Haaland on, in all honesty. I thought he would have. I thought we would have saw him come on. I thought when Foden come on, I thought, oh, here we go, Foden's coming on now, because, we know what a class player Foden is. But Phillips is going to be your holding midfielder while Rodri's out, isn't he? So, yeah, not great. Coffee says, Livermento cut out Grealish's ziggy-zaggy runs. Yeah, he did. He did a great job, Livermento. He was absolutely fantastic. Unfair, Mank Foden would have had most defenders shaking. He's really talented young lad. He is, absolutely. Man, you have a great luck with those home draws, don't they just? I mean, when you think we made 10 changes tonight. Grealish was just a shit as armour on tonight, says Clarky. Alan says, do you know when the next round is and what games it is between? I'm not sure what the next when the next round of the cup is, or what date it'll be. I'm trying. Anyway, anyhow, before I look at that, anyhow said it was a game of two halves. First half was tough and City played well. We didn't, but defended well as we didn't have the ball. Probably the one chance with Jacob Murphy. Second half, we were excellent in most aspects, defensively and offensively. We attacked well and probably deserved to win in the end. There were tactical changes, but the biggest thing was belief. That's not a reflection on the lads we took off, but the lads we brought on made a big difference. With the ball, we were a better team completely. A difficult opponent in Jack Grealish. For Livramento, defensively, he was really good and played with maturity in his game. He looked composed, good signs for him. He attacked well and improved as a team. Pre-game, it was our thoughts. The run last year was an inspiration to us, helped us in our season, albeit the final maybe affected our league results. We look back on it with a real pride. We want to try and go further if we can, but there's a long way to go at this stage. We are there fighting. That's from Eddie Howe. Pep Guardiola spoken and he said, look, we played an incredible game. They increased after the break and were more aggressive. They scored the goal. Last season, we were out against Southampton and not there, but tonight we were, so congratulations to Newcastle. They started being more aggressive. Yeah, it was a tight game and the players who played really good. It is football. The way we played the first half and the second half was amazing, but they played aggressive to win the game. I leave comfortable with how we have played. No injuries and minutes for Kovacic and for Grealish. On Calvin Phillips, he said he was very good. It was a really, really good. We will see. Go home and rest, and we see for the next few games. And on Oscar Bob, he said, brilliant performance. He was perfect. That's what he said. I know Martin in the chat isn't happy with Phillips tonight. Bia says, I'd already booked my hotel in Mansfield. Woodby says, the guards wanted Man City at Man U. This was a fix, but they forgot about one minor thing. Yeah. Gordon should have had a red. Unfair, Mad Dog. We literally had Oscar Bob, then Grealish as our striker last 25. Took off Alvarez and kept Haaland rested. Pep said he wasn't taking it fully. Not being disrespectful, just honest. Ian says, I don't think the ref was that bad, to be honest. We've had worse. Phillips should have had a red. Bob had Pope beaten but just missed the target. Went in with his stud Sean. He fouled consistency. He's talking to Clark. Clark, he's talking to Mancunian Way. Trevor says October the 30th. Manu or a Manu, says Sai. Comfortable win for Eddie and the boys, in my opinion. Bring them on, absolutely. Sai, definitely, mate. Ronald says Anthony Gordon played as ball striker in the last few minutes. Yes, he did. Talking to Martin. Martin says we couldn't win the competition. Simple as that. That's just the truth. We are in Saudi for the quarter final dates, so we could never field a team other than under 18. So best of luck at Swamp. Congratulations tonight. Thank you very much, Martin. Mad Mag says Phillips is a fairy. I wouldn't have him on our bench, let alone anywhere near our first team. Marco, hi Marco, hope you're well. He says just clicked on and Tino was 9 out of 10. Just got tired in the last 5 minutes, but that's understandable. Bruno coming back to form and Joe Linton is better with Bruno by his side. Yeah, absolutely, Marco. Brilliant game tonight. Absolutely fantastic. John says it was a horrible tackle. Mary says, did I see a ball head in the same direction as Chris Wood? I love how gorgeous Gordon infuriates opposition fans. He does, doesn't he, Gordon? Coffee says, Borussia Dortmund at home on the 26th of October. Wolves will be on the 28th, and Man U on the 30th. Arsenal at home on the 4th, and then Dortmund away. So, yeah, tough lot of fixtures coming up. But again, we were playing. Yeah, between Dortmund, yeah. Joe Linton is better because he's fit. Godjul says, we were superb with counters, but we're not good on the ball at all. Good we didn't pull out from one lower tier. We haven't got the best experiences with those ones either. Yeah, definitely, mate. Absolutely. Gordon is so important to the team. £40 million deal, says Marco. Well, I did say this in my video. Yep, absolutely. Because I know a lot of fans, when we first signed him, weren't too impressed. But, got to say, football does the talking, and Anthony Gordon's feet are doing the talking. Wolves and Arsenal as well. Going to be busy. Pope's distribution was dreadful. I must admit his kicking isn't the best, is it? Marco says, Clarky, I watched Linton improve when Bruno come on. Phillips is not a player for a big six team. And Tonali looked much better tonight. Seen he's getting his fitness back. Yeah, he got 90 minutes, which is absolutely fantastic. Coffee says Pep's a bit agitated in the last 10 minutes. He hates losing. Even Eddie hates losing, but it was class from Pep to give us credit, and it sets him apart from certain other managers. It does. I mean, look, even during the game, Pep and Eddie were having a bit of banter on the touchline or something. So, it just shows you the respect they have between each other. Bias's Man U have now drawn 12 home matches in a row in domestic cups. Well, that's going to come to an end. The whole team's improved, says Clarky. Here's the deal done. You pick up the warm balls, I'll pick up the cold ones. Clarky says, but Joe Linton has been terrible whilst carrying his injuries. Yeah. I mean, I was surprised to see Joe Linton back tonight, but do you know what? Fantastic. Billy Trey. Hi, Billy. Hope you're well, my friend. He says, let's do all in Northwest. Man United on in the same league as City. We'll win there. Do you know what, Billy? I'm not worried about going to Man United. And, Anana's not that great in goals, so we'll get a few past him, won't we? Look how terrible he was in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. I like Pep much better than 10 pence hag and turkey teeth, says Julie. Absolutely. Tonali was bad in the first half, but Bruno and Gordon just got our midfield clicking. That's what's about impact substitutions there, Coffee. And I mean, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I would love to see Gordon come on, because Gordon playing against City, the way they're playing, he could destroy them. And the way Gordon's been on form. But then I'm thinking, but I don't want Gordon on because I want him saved for the weekend. But then they came on at half time and him and Bruno just changed that game completely. Clarky says, maybe the devil said you can't use the angel emoji. I'd be happy with the same squad for Man U with the same subs. Dummett and Target did surprisingly well. I thought they played all right tonight. Yeah, absolutely. The whole team played well. They all deserve credit. I think Target may have redeemed himself from Brighton game, because against Brighton he was woeful, Target, but this game he was better again. I should have tuned into the podcast when the draw was being done to hear Stato and Billy's reactions to Man U's draw. That's why the devil don't like me, Clarky. Coffee says Pope will banish the devils from the competition. Absolutely, Coffee. Absolutely. I mean, look, you know what? It's turned out. It's been a great night all round, and you know, people being nervous before the game, saying, "Oh, that team, we're not going to win. We're not going to win." If you go back and watch the pre-match, you'll see where people have said, "Oh, we'll not win this. You know, we've got no chance." Somebody said we'll be 3 down by half time. We've won at 1-0. Another clean sheet. I was surprised to see Nick Pope actually start tonight, but it's absolutely fantastic. 4 clean sheets in a row. Yeah, definitely, Coffee. Brentford, Milan, Sheffield United, Man City. How good does that sound? How good does that sound? You know, clean sheets wise, absolutely fantastic. Marco says Lewis Hall has a good pass in him, just needs some confidence and he will be a star in time. I'm excited about Tino. Yeah, Marco, the thing with Lewis Hall is he's not really played any football pre-season, so he's catching up. So for Lewis Hall, he's going to have to start getting more minutes, and he's got 45 minutes tonight. And there was glimpses there what we can see from him. So once he's fully match fit, I expect he's just going to fly. I just hope when the next international break comes up in a couple of weeks' time, instead of Lewis Hall being taken off with England and training with them, I hope he stays at Newcastle training and he gets game time and like behind closed doors games just to give him some match fitness. Good point, says Clarkey. First team to beat City this season, yeah, absolutely. Gary says, I think it's safe to say we've got our mojo back and Willock's still to come back. Yeah, that's the thing. Willock's got to come back yet. No Dubs. It's strange. Do you reckon Karius is now the number 2? Coffee says, is it true that Custodial has been terminated due to complaints? Well, that's the rumours going around. That's the rumours going around. Coffee, they're saying that that's, you know, we've ended it early. And if they have, well done Newcastle for doing it. Because they have been absolutely they've been a shambles. They have. Castor. Clean sheet for the young boys and the subs. The new lads will reap the rewards down the lane. Good for the spirit, absolutely. Possible Coffee. Not heard anything myself. I mean, I haven't heard anything concrete. We don't know if that's just a wind up or not, but you know, who knows? Tino and Trips can play together. In my eyes, put Tripp in Miggy's position, or put Trips at left back. You know, play Trippier left back. He can do it. So yeah, absolutely. GS7 returned at the perfect time. We lost Bond, says would be former. Yeah, he did. Absolutely would be. He did. Well, guys, come to the end of this show now, because I did say I'll put it out if we won tonight. We did win tonight. But if you have enjoyed what you see and you haven't yet smashed that like, then please do. It really does help the channel. Also, if you are brand new at the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come and be part of this great community we have here. And also that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. Don't forget on the channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We have the preview of Newcastle v Burnley at the weekend. And tomorrow around about 12 midday. So if you're not around to watch it at midday, you can catch up with it anytime. I usually have a Premier League prediction show, which is normally on a Wednesday night, but obviously it was a game tonight. So just look out for that on a pre-record and you will see that as well. You can watch that anytime. Lee says, can't wait for Adidas to be back. Brilliant quality gear. Yeah, absolutely, Lee. Lewis, I've got home from the game. Yeah, what a game, Lewis, eh? So excited about Tino. Absolutely, Marco. Yeah, I don't know how you're dropping for Saturday, to be honest. Mad Mag, the thought of Trips at left back and Tino as right back is magical. well, Trips can play left back because he's done it for England. So yeah, why not? Coffee says Villa also having major problems with their Castori kit. Yeah, they are. Yeah, dummy for Ballon d'Or, says Bia. Good night, says Ronald. Good night to you, mate. Gary says Tino looked like he's played in the team for a season. I prayed we would sign him. We have. Hold Tino, Gordon, Elliott in that England team soon. Absolutely. Trips could damn play anywhere. It wouldn't surprise me to see him play keeper. Yeah, the thing is, he could play. He could play centre midfield. Lisa's great draw. Tony, spot on. Thank you very much. The Cells and Dummit knocked the travel winners out of the competition. Dubravka Zil says Rowley. Dr. Penguin. Also, just wow. Okay. Coffee says, although Haaland would have destroyed our backline today if he'd played. Yeah. Well, he could have, but I don't know. He might not have. John says, good night, Tony. Another good show. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the week. Absolutely, John. We're going to absolutely enjoy the rest of the week. Cheers, Dr. Penguin. Yeah, it was Dr. Penguin. Lewis Ritchie got man of the match. When's the next show, Tony? It's tomorrow night coffee, 8 p.m. Is the preview of the Newcastle v Burnley game. And there'll be an extra show at 12 midday UK time tomorrow. It'll be the Premier League predictions, so it'll just be a pre-record. So don't expect me being live. It'll be a pre-record out there, and so if you don't get to see that at midday, then you can catch up with that anytime. And yeah. Ian says, cheers, Tony. No problem, Ian. Thank you very much. Bye, Tony and all. Says, right. Bye, Tony and all. Says, coffee. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, coffee. Gary says, good night, everyone. Take care and see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Gary. Take care, all. Huge statement today. Absolutely would be. Definitely, mate. Definitely. Ian says, you've turned me. Thank you, Ian. Well, I don't know who this Dr. Penguin is. I really don't. Latest, guys. Coffee says, I missed Tony's secret location vlogs. I'll have to get them back up and running again. Yeah, I'll have to definitely do them again. So, yeah. Good night, all, says Lewis. Night, all. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, look, one vlog I will be doing in November, when it's the international break, is I will be at the England game when we play Malta at Wembley. And I'm sitting front row just along from the England dugout. So, yeah. So I will do a vlog from that game as well. So do join for that one. I might even try and do a live if I can. Night, all. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. You too, Mad Mag. Good night, all, says Lewis. Good night to you as well, Lewis. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Rolly says, last time Holland came up against the Cells yard, he got a kick of the ball and didn't score. Yeah. Coffee says, EFL sources confirm that Newcastle will travel to Liverpool in the 5th round and then face Arsenal in the remaining, if they remain in the competition, says Craig Hope. Thoughts on Alison Hammond, says Dr. Penguin. She's everywhere on TV, isn't she? So, yeah. Good night, Rolly, as well. But if you have enjoyed what... Tony requests, can you put something on screen to say that this is a pre-record video when you do one? Yeah, I can do. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll announce it at the start, saying this is a pre-recorded video. It's only because I can't do it live this week because I just haven't got the time to do it live this week because I'm at a wedding on Friday, or else I would have done it. But so what I'll do is I'll do it and I'll just say this is a pre-record, and I'll also put a note in the chat as well that this is a pre-record, so everybody will get their know. But you can just watch it at your own leisure then. And you can still join along and put your thoughts in the comments as well. But if you have enjoyed what you see, please do smash that like. If you haven't done so already, then that'd be great. Thank you. And if you are brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe and come and hit the bell notification, which will tell you when I'm live. Have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. On what's been a fantastic night tonight. Me by that, cheers, Tanji. And also give Mason a mention for happy birthday for Friday. Yes, I will do. Thanks, Lewis, for giving me the heads up on that one, matey, as well. Yeah, so yeah, Jesus. Never ceases to amaze me. It's brilliant. This, yeah. So anyway, as I say, what's been a great night. We've gone out there. We've taken City out. We've beat them 1-0. First half not so good. Second half absolutely brilliant, and we deserve to win that game. So yeah, so we beat them. We now travel to Old Trafford in the next round. So let's go to Man United. Let's get them back for last season, and then yeah, let's see what happens. I've just got a pot because of the chat, because I'm just seeing all these comments coming in. It's just like, what the hell is going on here? So not going to put Prince for guitar up or whatever he's called, laughing my arse off. Says coffee, yeah, absolutely. But just remember, guys, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. And as I say, thank you for joining me tonight. It's been absolutely brilliant. We've had two live shows tonight, so that's a bonus, isn't it? And but no, we've won tonight. Let's carry on the momentum. Let's go to St James's Park Saturday and let's get Burnley done and dusted, and let's beat them as well, which will be absolutely fantastic. Don't know how many we'll beat them by, but wait for the match preview tomorrow, and I will give you my prediction tomorrow night of what I think for Saturday's game. But until then, enjoy the rest of the evening, whatever you're doing. Onwards and upwards for the tune. How are the lads?